Shri Gurubhyo Namaha children. In the last class we are seeing the part 1 of Tech Bloomer. It is written by the author, and you know that the previous class we learned technology is very helpful to us and it is very important to us, and because of that we are having many thing doing faster. We have advantage as well as disadvantage, but mostly it is the user, it is meant for advantages and it is all in the hands of the user whether it is used to advantage or disadvantage. So here we saw Aliza and David's life had been changed because of Techno Bloomer. So we saw that in the previous class she was using Dragon. So Aliza was having a problem with cerebellum palsy and she was using Dragon Dictate. Because of cerebellar palsy, she was not able to type it fast. She can think fast but she can't type it fast. So here she found that it was easy by using the product called Dragon Dictate. So she is using that and she will fix in her body, and whatever she started thinking it will be typing by itself. So that helped her. So I speak and the words appear on my screen. Previously she need a person. Whenever she want to type it, she will be calling, some person will be assisting her and she will be calling and getting the help from them. So she thought that education in her life is not a good thing. Okay, so we saw Abdul Kalam sir's the use of former President ABJ Abdul Kalam was concerned about people with disability, and along with his team developed lightweight prosthetic from space age material to enable disabled children. So it was previously they were disabled children were wearing a very heavy shoes and they were not able to walk. This had been found by Dr. Abdul Kalam, and he was made lightweight shoes for the handicap, and it was very much used. So here you see she was told by the teacher. So Aliza's teacher was telling her that she will be taking her exam, that is GCSE exam, General Certificate of Secondary Education, and she said that it is not possible by her, but the teacher was no more, she had died. Even then she was able to do the exam with the help of the technology. So here I used to have a teacher, she passed away now, and one day she said to me, you are going to do your max CGSE exam, but I didn't have a hope. So Aliza didn't have a hope of finishing it. I didn't think I could do anything like that. So she was telling on her own that it is not possible. She was not having any hope on doing that, and I didn't think I could do anything like that. So here I didn't think that I could do like anything. Studying was so difficult because I had to rely on someone. Studying was so difficult because I had to rely on someone to type everything into computer for me. So here studying was so difficult because I had to rely on someone to type everything into a computer. So she needs a person's help to type in a computer. But now after using this technology, she herself, when she thinks what she wants to say, that will be typed in the computer. But that is changed now. I can do it myself with my voice. When she started saying that, the recorder will record the voice and it will be just typing it. So Kim, who is the assistive technologist at my school, introduced me to Dragon Dictate, and it has opened up the world to me. So here Kim was the person who introduced this assistive technology at school. So at the school he was working, Kim was working, and he is assistive technologist at my school and introduced me to a Dragon Dictate. He only the person introduced the Dragon Dictate, and it has opened up the world to me. So Aliza feels that she was well versed with that, and with the help of that she was able to do a lot. Kim showed me how to train it. So he had not only given that Dragon Dictate, but he also started training her in that. Kim showed me how to train it to understand my voice. It took a few hours. Now I use it in class and at home as well. It has made me more independent and I am now able to study on my own. So now I am doing my maths CGSE. I know my teacher will be proud of me. So now Kim showed me how to train. So Kim was the assistive technologist, in the school where Eliza was learning, and he helped her to learn and he trained her how to use it, and she made now independent, more independent, and she was able to study on her own. So now she doing maths CGSE. I know my teacher will be proud of me. So now a teacher who suggests her will be feeling very proud of her, because she, with such difficulties she was able, with the technological help, she was able to do the exam. So it will be very helpful for her, she was saying. Okay. I never thought I would be able to do one CGSE in my life, but I am going to do two and feel like I want to push myself even further. Kim says technology can help me do that. It is opening up the world for young disabled people like me. So here she says that see, before using this technology I was not having any hope at all, and I will do this exam. It was a big question in my mind, she was telling. And later when she was writing the exam with the help of the technology, she was not doing one exam, she was able to do two exams and further other exams also. And Kim was telling that says that it can help all the young disabled people like me in this world. So Kim was very well versed in technology, and with that technology he can help others also. There are many different types of technology that can help young disabled person become independent. For example, if someone has very limited movement, they can control a computer screen with eye gaze. So here with called a Dragon Dictate, with that technology they can record the sound of the person, and they can type in the computer, and with the help of the computer's type they can be typing it fast. So she has cerebral palsy, she can't think, she can think fast but she can't type, her hand and finger will not. She can speak, and when she was speaking that will be recorded and that will be typed. So like that various types of gadgets are there, various types of technological things are there that will be helping other disabled person. So here there are many different types of technological that can help a young disabled person become independent. So young disabled person can be independent by using those technology. For example, if someone has very limited movement, they can control a computer screen with the high gaze. So with the high gaze they can use the eye gaze. With that they can be able to control the computer screen with eye gaze. So Eliza was using what she is using, Dragon Dictate. It will be just recording and it will be just finishing it, and it will be just showing the words in the computer, so she will be able to read. So here the same way high gaze is an instrument that will be just with the eye contact. When you are seeing, it will be controlling everything in the computer. That means when they are reading, they can move from page to page using the pupils of their eyes. They don't need to press a button or anything. So it is not necessary to press a button or to do anything. Here he can do that with the help of, he can do it with the help of the eyes, by seeing the computer with the gazing with the eyes with the computer. They can stop or they can turn the page and they can do more. So that equipment or that technological thing is called as eye gaze. Okay children, it is clear to you? Okay. Just one person, Kim, works with all 42 students here at my school and helps us use technology in different ways. She is amazing. I don't know what we had to do without her. we would lose out on some many opportunities. So here with the help of Kim, so Kim was taking care of disabled 42 students like that, and she was helping everyone, and Alisa feels very happy in that, and she was thinking if Kim was not in the school, what would the situation of those 42 students. So she was thinking in her mind. So she said we would have lost out and on so many opportunity, would have not got this opportunity. Because of Kim only we got, and she is a blessing for our school, she was telling. Okay, it has opened up the world to me. So that thing, a dragon dictate was helpful technology for Aliza, and it was opening her eye. It is clear, children? We will go for next David. Now who is David? Yeah, this person was David. You can see that he is having some problem. He was disabled. You can see he was 21 years old. And David's technology is very important because it enables me to communicate and be independent, which gives me freedom. So here David feels very happy with the help of the technology, and he says that is very important because it enables me to communicate. So it helps him to communicate and be independent, which gives me freedom, Okay. So here David feels independent by using that thing, otherwise he will be feeling there is no life for him in this world with that disability. So here he feels. So for verbal communication, David uses liberator communication device. See, for verbal communication he uses a technology called liberator communicative device, and which he controls with his eye movement. So he will be controlling with his eye movement. It's not necessary to go and touch and off, on, or move the pages like that. So with the eye control, he will be just controlling it with his eye movements. It has a Bluetooth adapter. So this device has Bluetooth adapter in it, and then so it lets him use any PC or Mac by sending commands through the liberator. So with the help of the liberator, he can see with the control of his eyes, he will be just making, and with that see you can see the gadget how it is here. So you can see there will be ABCD like that, he will be seeing A, na, it will be typing there. So with the help of eye control, he will be using this. So that is called liberator communication device, and with the liberator he will be just sending commands through it, and he will be using in any PC, with any PC wherever he is going. It was a great feeling when I learned to use it. It took me a couple of weeks. Communicating with people was very difficult before. So 2 weeks before it was very difficult for him, and he was not able to do it all. But after getting this liberator communicative device, and he was trained in it, it was very used to him, and it took me a couple of weeks. So it took him for a couple of weeks, and communicating with the people was very difficult before. Okay. So it is very clear, children, this gadget was, this device was used by him. He can connect this to any PC or laptop, and he can work with that. So with looking at the PC and with the control of his eyes, he will be just gazing, and he will be controlling with his eyes, and he can use it. Okay. He has an ACT-IV controller also in the headrest of his chair in his bedroom, which means he can control his TV, Blu-ray and music player. So again another problem is he can't travel himself, and he can't get help from anybody at any time. So he has a ACT-IV, that is controller. He will be having that controller also in the headrest. So he will be having a headrest of his chair. He will be having a headrest of his chair in his bedroom, So in a chair in his bedroom, which means he can control. So he can control by looking that with his eye. He will be controlling the TV and Blu-ray and music players and Blu-ray, and that all he will be using with this looking at, because this gadget or this device is used for him to do that. David was born with rheumatoid cerebral palsy and attends a specialist school and college. So David was born, he was not a normal person like us. He was born with ethioid cerebral palsy. So Eliza was having cerebral palsy and he is also having a ethioid cerebral palsy, and attends a specialist school. He went to a specialist school and college, specialist school, and after finishing specialist school he went to a specialist college, and he has been using a high tech communication aid since he was 8 years old. When he was 8 years old itself, he was started using this high-tech communication, and has been interested in AAC. He was very much interested in AAC, abbreviation for AAC. Children, in abbreviation also you will be having a question. They will be asking ACTIV and AAC, so you have to learn this all. AAC means argumentative and alternative communication. So argumentative and alternative communication. So it will be just giving a communication, alternative communication. We can't speak like us. So by look at the control or looking with the eye control, you will be typing, with that they will be understanding. And technology ever since. When David first started out with the ACC, he used a head switch to assess his ACC device running a page based system, which took lots of navigation and required a lot of effort combined with switching. So previously he was using with a switch, he had to struggle to switch on and switch off and all. He was, when you know that when he was very young age itself he started, so he was studying in the college and other thing. When he was 8 years old, just think over, when he was 8 years old, he started working with that. And now when David first started out with ACC, he used a head switch. In first 8 years when he started, he was having head switch and all. He had to switch on and switch off the switches, and it will be very tough for him to do it. He now uses an ECO2 with ECO point, making his selections with the foot switch once he has fixed his gaze on the icon that is required. He now uses an ECO2 with ECO point, making a selection with a foot switch once he has fixed his gaze on the icon that is required. Previously when he was started that in 8 years old, and when he was doing at 8 years old, he had to switch on and switch off, and there was a lot of struggle. But now he have advanced one, because by looking the computer with his eyesight, he can just on the icon that is required, he has a smaller communication aid. It has been mounted on his walker. It is essential that much of his spare time is spent in the performing arts. David is also a keen sportsman, regularly playing football, hockey and baseball. He is a sports leader and uses his ECO2 linked to an interactive whiteboard to teach PE lessons. So here how he is playing, as well as he was very much interested in playing games like boccia, hockey and baseball and football, and when he was playing, he will be using that system. At the same time, he was teaching the people also, guiding them how they can play. So that helps him, this thing helps him in very technological way and fast. It was very fast. So he can by looking and gazing, he can send all the thing to others. Okay. So David has 144 icons. So he has 144 icons on the screen that he uses with ECO point eye gaze. So he is using that with ECO point eye gaze. And when David first tried this assess method, his response was, "I like it, it makes me faster, when can I have one?" Now David uses his ECO2 and ECO point to assess the curriculum, study for his GCSE, order food and communication while he is in restaurant, and argue with his brother. You name it, David can communicate it. So previously it was very struggle for him to communicate, but now it was not the situation was not like that. So David has 144 icons on the screen that he uses with ECO point high gazes. When David first tried this assess method, his response was, "I like it. It makes me faster. It makes me faster. When can I one?" So here, when can I have one? So like that he was asking. Now David uses this ECO2. So when ECO point eye gaze he was using, he want another one in advanced way, and he got now ECO2 and ECO point to assess the curriculum. So he will be having a curriculum, studies and all academic, and that also he will be using with that. Study for his GCSE exam, and order, he can order food. Now when you are sitting in a hotel, if you want to eat, you have to go to the hotel, you sit there and you have to order, but for him it is not like that, you can easily order, but for him it is not so easy. So when he goes now, previously he needs someone help, now it is not problem. If he goes, he can order food and communicate while he is in the restaurant, and argue with his brother, he can fight with his brother, and you name it, David can communicate it. So he can communicate it with everybody. And David will now use his ECO2 to speak in a complete sentence with correct syntax. So here David will now use his ECO2. So when he was speaking, it was not audible and it will not be clear to others previously. When advanced technology is given, he can do it very easily. So David will now use his ECO2 to speak and communicate complete sentence with correct syntax. It has increased the number of words. It has increased the number of words he uses meaningfully and comment socially, using the language of his peers, thereby becoming a confident and competent communicator. David has recently been working on idioms with his SLT, his latest being Mum has got a lot on our plate. David is also an advocate to other students who use AAC and shows them how easy it is to communicate using the AC method. So here what he is doing is, he is helping others, the gadget who is using the same AAC, that person, he is a mentor and he was just helping them how that gadget is so easy to help, and he is helping others to use with the communication. Okay, he controls his PlayStation. So he is playing with the PlayStation. He controls his PlayStation with the bespoke switch system. So he can play the control the PlayStation with the bespoke switch system. Drives his electric wheelchair. He can drive an electric wheelchair with head switches and use the ECO points eye gaze system to communicate. So it will be just with the help of switching on something, a wheelchair will coming near to him, and then he will sit and he can operate ECO point by eye gaze system to communicate, assess the computer to check on how the Chalasa football team is playing. So he can switch on the TV with the help of that, and he can see how the Celestia group is playing, because he was helping them and giving guidance for them. So he will be seeing that. Doing and send and receive text messages. He will be just doing and send and receive the text message. They will be just getting a text message. When he is at home, he also plays MP3 on. So when he is at home, he also plays MP3 on his ECO2 from morning till night. So he will be playing MP3 on his ECO2 from morning till night. David has recently been selected to travel to Brazil to work with the Olympic opening ceremony team as part of Remix drama group. So now he is become a person who is helping, and it is also helpful to others. So it is useful for him, and he was useful using that technology. He is helping others. So that is very important. David has recently been selected to travel to Brazil to work with the Olympic opening ceremony team as part of the Remix drama group. So recently what had happened, David has been selected to travel to Brazil. So he was selected to travel to Brazil to work with the Olympic. So to work with the Olympic opening ceremony team as part of Remix drama group. So here you can see that Indian innovations, legal shoe. So here we are also having legal shoe by Crispian Lawrence. So here Crispian Lawrence had made legal shoes. This GPS and Bluetooth enabled shoes help the disabled navigate streets based on instruction from map software on a smartphone. The app also records routes and counts steps. See, sometimes the shoes will be having a technology. With the help of technology, with this, they can based on the instruction from the map software on the smartphone, the app also record route and count steps. So they will be counting the steps and they can reach the place. And the same way, Blee watch by industrial designer Nopura Kriloskar and Janvia Joshi of Mumbai. This smartwatch for the hearing impaired converts sound waves into a vibration. So you can see a watch here. This watch will be just showing you what it will be showing you. The watch for the hearing impaired converts soft waves into vibration and color codes to alert users to emergency sound and ringing doorbells. It even helps them feel the rhythm of music. So sometimes hearing problem will be having, they can wear the watch and the watch will be helping where they wear and what they are feeling. So the doorbell sound and even feel the rhythm of music and sounds and ringing like that. It's clear to you? Okay. Then IGEST by Anil Prabhakar. So here it is Anil Prabhakar, IIT M professor and co-founder of Enability Technologies. This wearable device tracks gestures of speech impaired people and speaks for them. So here gesture of the speech impaired people and speaks for them. So it is speaks for them. Okay. I guess technology makes your life easier. Maybe it means you can keep in touch with your family, you can talk to and even see relatives who live far away. Well, Kim has shown me that technology can do even more for young disabled people like me. It can help us make friends, communicate and control our environment, like turning the lights on and out. It can help us study, get qualification and find opportunities. So here you can see that he was telling that Kim's technology was helping even Aliza and as well as David, and they were just think over, they would have not get even a friends. You know, without a friend in a life you will be, and if you are not able to do anything, the family members also will be not that much feeling on you. They will be having a feeling, love and care, but you will be having a problem in yourself that you are not able to communicate properly. So here this helps them communicate properly even with fighting with their parents and brother. So that is very important. It makes them emotionally good and nice. So this had been taken from, you can see this person, very important person. See here. Okay. For work, it can make us confident and independent. So he feels that this technology makes him, helps him to be confident and independent. World renowned physicist Stephen Hawking is probably the best example of how assistive technology has helped a talented mind overcome. So you know the person, physicist Stephen Hawking, he is also having lot of problem, but great scientist, and with the help of his technology he was guiding everybody. So he is giving a good example there. Okay. So your physical impairment and contribute productive to the world. So we can now look forward to a more inclusive way of learning instead of cloistered existence that most differently able learners had to face in the past. Newer technology allows differently able learners to learn with their peers as well as contribute fruitfully to the collaborative process of learning. This is indeed the new era of learning, truly learning for all. So here the author completes the lesson that not only the person who is having all good health and having all the organs function in them, even the disabled person can live a nice life. It was very clearly shown in this lesson. So it is very clear, children. I believe that you understood the life of Alice and David. They were having a disability and they were learning well and they were trying and they are showing, giving the world the best. And you just think over, you all been blessed by God. You are having all your eyesight, your ears and everything is functioning properly for you and working properly for you, and where is your result, where is your productivity. So as you were in 10th standard, think in your mind that your learning is very, very important, and when a disabled person is challenging with the technology and doing so much, how can you can improve and you can do it, children. Just think in your mind and do it. We'll be finishing the lesson. We'll see you in the next class. Until then, thank you.